Hello everyone and welcome to my CSView channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Chrisley knows best. Todd Chrisley brutally slams Patricia Altschul's Charleston comment. At the end of the day, she's old. Chrisley knows best. Alum Todd Chrisley fired back at Southern Charm star Patricia Altschul for throwing shade at his Charleston relocation plan. He turned ugly towards her after she tried to feud with him and Julie for their massive post-prison life failure. Savannah's parents are serving their prison experiences back-to-back with no break. From interviews to podcast episodes, Todd and Julie are everywhere, describing and explaining how things unfolded before and after their prison experiences. Their 2-year jail sentences didn't doom them at all, as they are happily enjoying their celebrity status. Savannah has managed to return all that they left behind in 2023. Todd made it clear that they are wrongly convicted and targeted. Chrisley knows best. Julie and Todd share insights into their current rougher life post-release. Julie and Todd Chrisley recently revealed that their lives have become rougher than they used to be since their time in prison. Though they are back at their Nashville home, they are certainly not living their best lives. Upon the relaunch of Chrisley Confessions 2.0, they shared their mutual struggle of adjusting to a typical environment. Todd said that he is in a more challenging phase after experiencing horrific prison conditions. Both emotionally and psychologically, he is drained to deal with fundamental everyday problems. His ability to overcome larger issues is far greater than those of the household or the outside world. The reality star acknowledged that prisoners fail to cope once they are brought out. It becomes crazy for them because most of the time, they remain detached from their family and others. Chrisley knows best. Todd tells off Patricia in savage response. Todd Chrisley's July 23 podcast episode had him in a fiery state, where he almost ripped into Patricia for her words about his and Julie's potential Charleston move. He didn't hold back on replying to the 84-year-old. As she resides in Virginia, she quipped, "There goes the neighborhood." The shocking Instagram story from Patricia was unexpected, but since it was posted, Todd has admitted that he is furious. He lashed out at her on the mic, calling her an old woman who had married solely for wealth, advising her that she was getting ready to die. Todd remembered her as a sophisticated lady with whom he had never had any past issues. However, Patricia spoke to Todd in a harsh manner unnecessarily. He had always respected her, but now he has a different image of her. The Growing Up Chrisley alum said that nobody, including Patricia, can stop them from going to Charleston. Patricia should know that we are born and raised in South Carolina, he added. Todd continued that Patricia is almost the same age as his mother, and he had come to know that she had recently transferred ownership of her assets to her son. Anyway, he decided to move to Charleston so that he could venture into a hotel business with Julie. In true Todd Chrisley fashion, the Southern King of Sass just turned a simple social media moment into a full-blown war of words, and this time, his target is none other than Southern Charm's grand dame, Patricia Altschul. It all started with what seemed like a harmless post. Patricia, the matriarch of Charleston high society, known for her martinis and embroidered kaftans, made a snide comment about how real Charleston ladies don't sell their dignity to reality TV's lowest bidders. The quote, nestled between pictures of her pampered poodle and a throwback to one of her stories, didn't mention names, but the subtext was clear. And Todd Chrisley, he saw it, he heard it, and he wasn't about to let it slide. From behind prison walls, the Chrisley Knows Best star clapped back with a scorching open letter read by his team on his official podcast. The gloves were off. Todd didn't just respond. He obliterated Patricia's genteel shade with a firestorm of Southern sarcasm and deep-cut jabs that had fans clutching their pearls. "Let me explain something to Miss Altschul," the letter began. Just because you sip martinis on a veranda with a taxidermy peacock doesn't mean you're above anyone, especially not someone who built an empire off truth, tears, and the kind of family drama America actually cares about. Todd then laid into Patricia's claim of Charleston superiority, mocking her taste for expensive antiques and curated appearances behind bars. He wrote, "But even I can see through your vintage lace curtain of delusion. Charleston is beautiful, but your view from the top floor of that haunted mansion doesn't give you the right to look down on others. Honey, if you're high society, then I'm the Pope of pop culture, and I don't need a butler to deliver that message." Todd's words went viral in minutes. Fans on X, formerly Twitter, couldn't get enough. Todd Chrisley just NDD Patricia with a fountain pen. At Southern Sass Queen. That Charleston comment aged like a wet doily. Todd came swinging from solitary. At reality Tiruend. But Todd wasn't done. In the now infamous letter, he also accused Patricia of hypocrisy. "You spent years sitting on a couch while others dragged each other through the mud, pretending to be above it all, but your passive digs say more than any on-screen catfight ever could. At least I never pretended to be anything other than exactly what I am." In a particularly biting segment, Todd threw shade at Patricia's well-documented disdain for new money. "Funny how you hate new money, yet every season you signed a check from Bravo, the same network that turned people like me, Neen Leakes, and Lisa Vanderpump into royalty. Maybe we're not your kind of Southern, but at least we earned our spotlight instead of waiting for someone else's fortune to trickle down with the bourbon." Oof. Fans of Chrisley Knows Best praised Todd's unapologetic honesty. "Say what you will about Todd Chrisley," one fan wrote, "but he's never faked who he is. Patricia's stuck in a mint julep fantasy, but Todd's living, even in prison, in the real world." Ironically, the drama has sparked renewed interest in both Southern Charm and the now syndicated Chrisley Knows Best. Viewers are revisiting the most iconic episodes of both shows, with many dubbing Todd's latest letter a masterclass in Southern shade. Meanwhile, Patricia Altschul has remained eerily quiet. No statement, no witty reply. Just a cryptic repost of a quote that read, "Elegance is when the inside is as beautiful as the outside." Interpret that however you like, but Todd's fans took it as an indirect surrender. Not that Todd needs her response. "I've survived federal prison, fame, and raising 5 kids with more drama than your entire plantation-themed Instagram feed," Todd quipped at the end of his statement. "If I can handle that, I can certainly handle a retired socialite with a pearl necklace and a superiority complex." Savage. Todd's daughter Savannah, who's been holding the Chrisley family together while her parents serve time, reportedly found the letter hysterical, according to insiders. She's proud of her dad for keeping his spirit and wit alive, even in the hardest times, one source shared. "He's still the Todd everyone knows, sharp-tongued, brutally honest, and never afraid to call someone out." In the fallout, the internet has dubbed the feud Tea and Prison, and memes are circulating showing Todd sipping sweet tea in an orange jumpsuit with the caption, "This Charleston ain't big enough for the both of us." Some Bravo fans are even calling for a crossover, a prison visit episode with Patricia in full pearls, sitting across from Todd in a plexiglass partition. Others are joking about a new reality show, Southern Sass, Behind Bars, with Todd hosting a group of Bravo alums who've been canceled, convicted, or just caught up in scandal. As for Patricia, only time will tell if she bites back, but if she knows what's good for her, she might just take this one on the chin. Because when it comes to Southern comebacks, Todd Chrisley just gave a masterclass that belongs in the history books, or at least in the next Watch What Happens Live shady montage.